Welcome to another video from East Beds Bushcraft, the home of #survival.
Greetings bushcrafters and survivalists, it's Buzz here, and look what I just got in the post. I got the O-ring from my Aladdin heater restoration project, so I'll be able to get on with that. But we're here for another noodly noodle review for my noodle fans out there, and thank you very much. I'll start off with saying you've been great on coming back with comments on different ways of doing the noodles and things. Keep them coming. If you've got any noodle recommendations, go for it. We're back to, yes, a noodle pot. This is a bowl noodle by NONGSHIM. Okay, very similar to the big, was it a big bowl noodle? We had a shin noodle on spicy. Yeah, so this one is a spicy chicken and has a few vegetable ideas. It's a serving suggestion to add some vegetables on, and I thought actually what I ought to do is maybe when I'm at camp try doing some noodles, not so much to review the noodles but to add in maybe some of these other things. I was intrigued by that one I recently did, which actually suggested about adding cheese, which was, well, different. I like cheese. Nothing like a nice, bit of luxury nibliettes, a nice cheese repast. So anyway, comes in a cellophane opening, which I can see the best before date is the middle of next year, 2026. So if you're going to stock these up, see, when it comes to stocking stuff up in your preps, so like, if you're a prepper like me and you keep stuff for emergency purposes, just in case you have a power outage, in case we do have a hard winter, you get snowed in. What happened with COVID? Oh, things like that are never going to happen. We had COVID, everything shut down, and within 24 hours I couldn't go out and get any shopping. But as preppers, we're ready for it. It's not about being a doomsday prepper, it's just being prepped for emergencies. So if you're going to put these in your preps, again, they take up quite a space. So really, when it comes to noodles and my preps, it's noodles that I enjoy, because that's what it really comes down to. It's like, am I going to enjoy this? If I'm stuck in a snowed in situation for 2 weeks, am I going to get fed up and all I've got to eat are noodles? Am I going to get fed up with these flavours, or are they good? And so that's a very big important thing. And obviously storage space when you're doing your preps, these are quite big, as I've said before, and especially if you're just going on backpacking on a camp. You can go on camp and take your truck with you, your car, and have that within walking distance of where your camp is, so it really doesn't matter. It depends on what size camp you're going on. But if you're just backpacking it and you've got a tarp and a lavoo and your space in your pack is tight, then maybe these things aren't for you. But anyway, let's get on with the review. I have, my water is boiling, trying to save time on this, and this seems to be a straightforward one. It says open lid halfway, add seasoning powder, so add seasoning powder before the water. Pour boiling water up to the inside line, close lid and wait for 3 minutes. Well, that seems straightforward enough. It's got, ooh, look at that, it's got 3 lift here bits. I need 3 hands to do that. Okay.
I'll be back.
It's got a little line on it, so you know where halfway is, just in case you're not very good at what half means these days. Nice big packet of spicy bits. Let's have a look at this. It's got a big block of noodles in here. Yeah, that's a pretty good helping. And woo, we got, look, ha! I don't know if you're going to get this on camera. Oh man, this is, maybe I'll take a photograph or something, haven't I? Get this on camera, I'm going to tilt it. There are what seems to be like tiny little dry dehydrated mushrooms. Maybe that's chicken, some vegetables. All looks fun. Anyway, they said to put the seasoning in first. As I always say, give it a shake. Make sure that it's all away from the corner you're opening, so you don't just blast it everywhere. Okay, let's get that in there. Spicy chicken flavour, eh? Right, let's turn that off. Check. Don't want to burn ourselves now. Health and safety. Right. It has got an indented line around the pot, so I'm going to get it over. There you go. Up to the line. Now these don't actually fold down to hold the lid down, so I'm just going to put the spork on it. Right, timer. Da, 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 da. And 3 minutes. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the wise owl off the Noodle Shack. It's got to be 3 minutes. Wow, there you go. I finally got around to changing the ringtone. We've got a wise owl now. Right. Interesting. What I didn't mention with the price, I believe these are £1 from B&M at the moment. So we've had 3 minutes. Let's take the lid off. We'll stick that there. So we've got a plastic lid, plastic cover. Rubbish. Okay, so that's going to kind of go into a Springer pot. I'll see what I can do with that later. Pot actually seems to be a waxed cardboard pot, so you can probably either burn that off on your campfire. I don't know what pollution it might produce, so I'm not recommending it. I'm just saying you could. And well, there's some weird little balls in here. Maybe that's dehydrated chicken. Right. Right, let's just let that stand for a moment. Interesting thing about chicken is, I believe last week, it might be the week before, in the UK, they actually had a soup review because we're coming into the autumn months, and the most popular soup in the UK is cream of chicken. There you go, and this is spicy chicken, so that's a good thing. I do like a cream of chicken soup. Followed up, I believe, by cream of tomato, which is all right, but I prefer it if you got some real nice crusty bread with real butter on it to dip in your cream of tomato. By itself, it's like, you know, you might like it different. Anyway, okay, so we got some dehydrated chicken in here, I believe. Oh, there you go. And these wonderful mushrooms. Let's see if I can just get one mushroom on my spork. There you go, can you see? It's like dehydrated mushroom, but it's a little mushroom shape, button mushrooms. I wonder if that's kind of like pressed out in a mould or something like that, because it's just like doesn't look real. But then we are eating a manufactured processed noodle food. Right, okay, let's go for this. That's quite a good helping, so I'm pleased with that. Better than a plastic bowl, that's good. Thin noodles, and gosh, loads of good long length of noodles. Actually, that's not bad. Right, let's fast forward me scoffing these. Let's give my review of these spicy chicken bowl noodles at the end. So just a brief cut, because those noodles were good. We got quite a lot of noodle soup in here as well, with these strange mushrooms floating around. And these strange dehydrated, what I am assuming are bits of chicken, but if you... They're like, I don't know, they're just chewy lumps. Anyway, let's get back on and finish these off. And we're done. Oh, wow, they were really nice. Now, that was a good size helping, that was. Yeah, spicy, but with a, I don't know, last time we reviewed some noodles, they were spicy for the sake of being spicy, but didn't really have any discernible flavour. You can see the colour of this pot's got a kind of a orangey colour. Actually tasted a little bit tomatoey, a little bit, not hugely. There's the hints of tomato there. Nothing like a chicken flavour though, okay, but overall very pleasant. And as I say, we've got this cardboard pot that we can just either burn off or squash down, stick that in our rubbish bag. If we burnt that off, then I suppose we can always see if we can get rid of the plastic down to a better size. Oh, so we can get that down to a more reasonable size. Yeah, they weren't bad. Good helping, tasty. Can't say they tasted particularly chickeny. A little bit more tomatoey on the seasoning. Very strange little rubber pellets in there that look like something that you might feed your cat. Cute little mushrooms, which again, I don't know if they're real mushrooms or whether they've just been sort of, I don't know, 3D printed out into like these shapes and sliced up. A very regular size, so who knows. Okay, so you want to know what they are like. I think for £1, downside is the packaging size, but at least it's not plastic. You can at least burn that off or crush it down and dispose of it in your, I'm assuming it's recycling, since it's cardboard. Mind you, I don't know if you can recycle cardboard that's got a waxed interior on it, so maybe you can let me know if you know the ins and outs of the recycling on that. But yeah, no, it's a good contender for a good noodle. I enjoyed it. I'm giving it an 8. Okay, packaging, lost points on the packaging, lost points on the flavour a little bit, but price, it's a big pot of noodles, £1. Your cheaper ranges usually range around 30-35p upwards. £1 is about as much as I like to spend on a noodle, although we have spent I think £1.49, nearly £1.50 on a noodle before, so yeah, I'm happy with that. So there you go, these spicy chicken noodles are okay. There we go, thanks for tuning in, and I shall see you in the next review.
Thank you for watching. Please like and share this video and subscribe to the East Beds Bushcraft channel. See you all again soon.